All right, what's good, bro? So this is take two of the ebook. Just a little bit of backstory on this ebook. So I actually recorded this once already, but as I got through, it was like 8 minutes in, and for some reason my audio started staticking. So just if it's making it to you, just know I'm already frustrated at this point because I'm about to get a new mic and all that stuff. But anyways, let's hop into this ebook that I got for you. So you see right here, you got trade by flex. So for personnel, I like having my fastest receiver DK Metcalf is, and I also like having I could leave David Moore right there. It don't matter about this spot, but you want your best route runner where Tyler Lockett is, and you'll see why that's important later on. So as far as audibles, it doesn't really matter for audibles. You can have it just like this if you want to, where you have stick, inside zone, jet, chip, wasp, and instead of PA slots, I would suggest you put O and trap just to have it in there. So you don't have to have it just like this, but this is what I would suggest you having it. So first play I will talk about actually is this 0-1 trap, because you want to use this 0-1 trap if they come out in things like 3-3-5 and defenses like where they only have 3 down linemen. So as you see right here, we only have 3 down linemen. But real quick, I do want to move the ball back. I want to drag it all the way back, and you want to run this with your receivers on the wide side. So I want to put the ball on this hash so our receivers can be on the wide side of the field. So make sure that's really important. So I want to talk about the 0-1 trap. Now, if they're pinching their defense, which most people will, they may even like spy this guy and they may just use him or something like that. But I'm just going to leave it on alignment so you can kind of see what we're talking about here. So a lot of times what's going to happen is you can see that's about 10 yards. That's really consistent if they come down in a 3-down lineman. And now nickel 3-3-5, the reason I chose this is because it's real good against the run. It can be. It's one of the best 3-down lineman defenses. So let's say they forget to pinch their line, right? Look at all these yards we can get now. You know, it's about the same thing. So as you're seeing, this run is really good. So if they want to stay in these 3-down lineman fronts, make them pay for it. If they want to keep being ignorant, you keep being ignorant. So now let's say they go to cover 2, right? So let's say they pinch the defense and all that stuff. Now in cover 2, it's still going to work, you know. Now right there, this is practice mode. Keep that in mind. But as you can see right there, of course we're breaking tackles, but keep in mind this is practice mode. So they aren't going to be playing things like this in the game. And if they do, then just simply switch what you're doing. You know, like maybe switch to inside zone if for some reason the 0-1 trap isn't working. But I promise this 0-1 trap is money. So this is the last time I'm kind of running. You see right there, that was cover 2 we were in, and they just completely just washed everybody down. So that's what I want you to do against 3-down linemen. So for the remainder of the video, I'm going to be talking about a lot of 4-down lineman fronts because that's what you end up getting. You get some variation of that. Now, I do want to go ahead and take out 58 right here, and I'm going to put in a safety. Now, just for video purposes, I'm taking Calais Campbell out, and I'm putting somebody like 58 overall in there because Calais Campbell is a freaking problem on practice mode. It's like nobody can block this dude. So I'm gonna be showing you against man, cover 2 and cover 3. Why? Because that's basically what you'll see. And then you'll see randomly people that will come out in like cover 6, but all cover 6 is like cover 2 on one side, cover 4. And then you could use the same thing to beat cover 4 that you use cover 3. So that's kind of like why I like showing cover 2, cover 3, and man, because all match coverage is just a principle, and all these routes are just designed to be able to make a read. So that's why I'm doing the way I'm doing it. So right here, I do want to start off in man coverage and then just work our way through. So let's go back to trade wide flex week. And for the play, we're going to be talking about this jet, chip, wasp. Now, one thing that you need to keep in mind. Okay, first before I say that, let's talk about man coverage. So for the adjustment I like to make for man, it's going to be the same for all coverages. And that's what's good about this play. So streak the tight end. Then you want to take, try to remember my setup here. Okay, so all I can do on this one is just streak the tight end. So this running back route is going to torch man coverage. This route, depending on who's running it, can. If they have their best corner on him, don't look for that to be open. But if they don't have a good corner on him, that can be a really money route. And this in route is going to be the same situation. Now this crosser is going to get open regardless. Whether it's man or zone, is going to get open. So if it's man or like cover 3 or anything like that, I like to take him and motion him. So I'm going to motion him every time. And notice how he doesn't get pressed. Now I want you to watch R1 though. Look at that. That's a safety guard. And if you can see, I want to say 48. No, that's Patrick Queen. But Patrick Queen is still a really good linebacker. So that route right there is going to get by man coverage almost every single time. Now the next route I do want to show you is going to be square. Now I'm saving this. Actually, I'm showing you circle. It's just a simple crosser, but it's just going to do a great job of getting open. You know, that's why you put your speedy receiver right there, because to me, the route running doesn't matter on that. You just need speed on that particular route from what I've noticed. So now that I've shown you that, let's make sure we're pressing here. Call an outside over the top. Now, that's not really going to matter, but now I want to show you this dig route, and I'm saving this triangle route for last. I want that to be the last thing that you focus on. As you see right there, we can throw that right out of the second break. Go ahead and possession that, or you can rack it if you're feeling bold. I normally like possession that. So right here, I do want to show you the last read. Now with this triangle route, if they're playing a stock coverage like this, do not look for this to be open, because this safety right here, he will jump that triangle route. It's not going to work. Now if they start doing things like this, or even if they play coverage like this, then you'll be able to have a triangle all night. So let me just kind of show you what I'm talking about. So remember, we're motioning them, and then we're going to snap them. Now, it's not going to be open 100% of the time, but it's pretty consistent that I want to make a video. As you see right there, that's Marlon Humphreys, you know? Like, that's not some garbage cornerback. That's one of the best cornerbacks in the league on this game, I should say. And it's not going to be consistently like that, no. But it's about, I'd say it's about 50. No, not 50. I'll give it about 70. I'll say about 70% of the time you'll get that, as long as you motion him. So now I'm going to show you one more time, and then we're going to move on from this. I just want to show you that it is pretty consistent. It's consistent enough to make a video on it. You see right there. So as long as they don't have a safety, actually, I'll give it about 80. I'll say about 80-20. But if you're motioning him, oh, it's 100% if you're motioning him, if they don't have a deep safety. So that's one way I like to just abuse people in man coverage. Now, I do want to talk about cover 2. So with cover 2, I like to streak my tight end. I like to take square, put them on a drag like this. And then I like to block my running back, and you'll see why in a second. So motion him across. Now, if they aren't respecting, actually, I'm just going to replay and show you. So right here, I like to look for this backside, because a lot of times you're just not going to expect that. So you want to throw it right when he's out of his break, and then a lot of times you get a toe tap animation like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and replay real quick, so I can show you why this works, because I want to move on. I got a lot I got to cover, so I want you to make sure you understand this as well. So right here, this is just a simple drag route. So the cloud is going to come down on this. So they're going to play this, and this is going to be wide open like you've seen. And there's no way for them to zone drop this far. This is about a, if you look, this is probably about a 45-yard throw or so, because we caught that on the 30, and we threw this ball from, where are we at? We threw this ball from the 30. So this is almost probably like a 50 maybe yard throw. I'm not good at math like that, but no zone drop's gonna get that far. Even if they do try to zone drop to the max, this will be open all day. And now let's take a look at this backside. And you also got to remember, this crosser is running at a different depth, so they cannot play cloud flats and cover this. It's literally impossible to cover this and this. It's impossible. So you'd also, like I said, you got that all day, you know. So that's what I like to do against cover 2 right there. So now I'm gonna move on to cover 3, and it's kind of how it goes. So this video isn't 45-50 minutes long, because I know you don't want to sit through that just for 2 formations. So now let's work on cover 3. So with cover 3, if you recognize cover 3, then this is how I want you to set it up. So take square, put them on a streak. Take X, put them on a streak. And now you want to motion Tyler Lockett in. So the reason you want to motion him in is because if you keep him where he is, then this cornerback right here, he'll have enough time to actually come back and make a play on the ball. And then the safety sometimes can have time to actually kind of play it too. So I'm not going to show that, but just know if it's cover 3, make sure you do that. So when you do it like this, what's going to happen is this safety right here, he's going to run with this tight end. So it's somehow going to get into his zone, because he's going to be kind of following triangle for a little bit, and then he's going to carry over X. And then the other safety, he's going to be, the cornerback, he's going to go with the streak. So that's what's going to create that natural void that you're about to see. So right here, I like to keep my running back on this side just to pull down a curl flat. And if it's open, you can throw that too. So let me just go and show you what I'm talking about. So you see how they bump right there? I'm going to go to replay and show you. And then you want to throw it right out the break, and you want to possession that. Now, I know that looks scary, but let me hop in the replay real quick, and I'm going to show you why that was so effective. So just hold on a second here. All right, so right here, look at this. 9 times out of 10, the running back will get out clean. There's some times where he will trip and fall. You know, it's Madden 21. You can't really control stuff like that. But as long as he gets out clean, that's an easy throw. Now, let's talk about this crosser. As you see, this crosser, again, wide open. Now, you remember I told you about this safety? So he's kind of running over here because he has 2 threats running this way. So he's already drifting that way. We're just going to run him right into this streak. So both of them are going to end up kind of worrying about that. And then as soon as he turns, what's going to happen is you see this big old hole right here. There's no way in Madden 21 he cannot come down and make that play. And then the reason you streak him, like I said, you just pull him out the way. So about time, you see how he reacted right now? Let's see where the ball is. You see how there's no way he can click on that, you know? Worst case scenario, you'll try to rack it and they give you like a knockout animation. So you always want to possession that. And you'll get that literally about, I say 8 times out of 10. Nothing's guaranteed on Madden 21, but I will show you one more time, and then I'm going to go ahead and move on. So you see cover 3 on the field. Now, streak X, streak square, motion them in. Let them set too. Don't try to motion snap it. Let them set. Because if you let him motion snap, he'll turn into a blocker. So you let him set. And now you just need time. That's all. So as soon as he comes out his turn, you want to throw that in possession. So make sure you will on that, and you can look at how I'm timing it, and make sure you time it as well. Because if you mistime it, you probably will throw a pick. It's not hard. You just need to know. And I do apologize about the train. I do live next to a train track, so you're probably going to be hearing that because I won't be able to edit that out or anything. But let's go ahead and move on, though. The next play I do want to talk about is actually the dagger sit. I forgot to put it in my audibles, but that is one of the plays that I did want to go over. So let's go back to Trey Wide Flex week, and it's going to be this dagger sit. Now, this to me, it looks like it's the same motion, but it's different route concepts going on. So all I like to do is take X, put them on a streak, then I'll take Tyler Lockett right here, and I'll motion them in. Now you see we still got our running back route, and we still got square route. The only thing that changes is our circle route and our triangle route. So this can be confusing because they'll probably think, okay, he's doing that little whip play, so, and I'm actually not. So right here we got man coverage. Now in man coverage, your reads are going to be the running back to square route. So if it's man and you know it's man, then I would take circle and put him on a drag route, because sometimes drags can be man, sometimes they can't. It just depends on who's guarding him. But DK Metcalf, and your faster should be where circle is. So you should be able to have that, honestly. So let me just kind of show you real quick. So you see, it's just a lot of traffic that the defender has to go through. So if they're playing man, you can throw that drag if they're not putting hard flats out there. So let's go ahead and show you the other read. So let's go ahead and press like they normally would. So streak X, put circle on the drag route, and now motion over triangle. I do apologize. This train long, dude. It's actually frustrating me. But anyway, let's show you this running back route again in case you need to see it. So he gets like a little outside break and cut, and that cut is so lethal against man coverage. So right here, I'm going to show you the third read. So the third read is going to be this dig route. Of course, I motion the wrong person. It accidentally clicks me on the wrong person. I'm just going to throw that out. I'm not even going to sit there and waste your time and try to throw something that, you know, yes, it'll be open, but it's not the point of what I want to do. But anyway, let's go ahead and press, call outside over the top, or we call inside over the top this time. It don't matter. It'll still be the same way in my opinion. So just takes triangle, motion them over, put circle on the drag. Now the last read I want to show you is a square read. Now as long as you got a good matchup, it'll be open. So I like to kind of throw it at a low ball and then possession it. So make sure you low ball, possession that. So that's what I like to do against man. And the good thing is the same setup versus cover 2 or cover 3. It doesn't matter. Any type of zone, this will work. So just take X, put them on a streak. If it's zone though, I will leave circle on this route. So in cover 2, you're gonna notice something really cool right here. So I'm gonna show you on replay, but that circle route is gonna pull that corner down, and it's gonna allow that throw right there to be open just about every time, as long as you don't get an overthrow. So I do want to take it to replay so you can see what's going on here. So it's either what and the why. So this cornerback, this tight end's pushing back this deep half. Now this curl route right here by circle, it's actually attracting the attention of the corner. You can see he kind of runs like he has to play that, and he's like, oh wait, I don't have to play that, so let me just go back to where I'm supposed to be. And then he actually drops down way lower, and then that's what allows this to be wide open. And at the same time, you can throw this, by the way, if you wait. I wouldn't recommend it in cover 2. Honestly, I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend throwing this in cover 2. So if you can recognize cover 2, you lowball that. You can lowball that right now if the user's not there. And then I don't know why he fell, but I like throwing that dig route against cover 3. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you cover 3 right now because I was cover 2. So let's talk about cover 3. So I don't know, let's just press. Maybe they'll press in cover 3, who knows. So like I said, streak the tight end, take triangle, motion them over, and that's all you gotta do. It's so simple, you know. So now I'm gonna do the same thing and show you cover 3 read. I'm gonna show you the what and the why. As you can see, it's going to be the same thing that's open. A lot of times you can rack that and go up the sideline, but I just chose to go out of bounds so I can try to show you, because I would love to make this as short as possible just so you can understand the what and the why. So anyways, look at the running back. If they're not playing hard flats, that's going to be open. And then as you see now in cover 3, he's going to go out there with that, and he's going to back up on this crosser. So that's going to leave this right here wide open. You just need to low ball that. Right when he passes him, right there, you low ball that, and that's going to be an easy possession catch. Now, do not throw that in cover 3. Of course, you see that probably will be picked. Not even gonna lie to you. And then right here, this is your money. So you want to read right here. You can read this, and you can read this. So those will be your reads that you make. They're really simple reads, and they're on different levels of the field. That's what makes it so effective. So Let me fix my laptop. Well, let me fix my computer right there. All right, so the last play that I do want to talk about is going to be the stick play. Now, I love this against any type of zones, like cover 3, cover 2, anything like that. I don't like it against man. So if you want to, you can take the tire locket and motion them in to create the same thing. But I like to take a circle and put them on a hitch. So now we have people running in different areas of the field. So let's look at this X route. So watch how he gets open right there. And then a lot of times you'll be able to low ball that. I'm going to go ahead and move the little rush icon so you can fully understand like what's going on. I'm trying to find the best place to put it. I'm going to put it on the safety because the safety isn't relevant in this play right here. So let's go back to stick. And let's put circle on the hitch. And you don't have to motion him. You can run it where he's at. It's just up to you. I just like this because it's going to make the opponent think a little bit. So let's go and show you what I'm talking about. So, okay, they made him play different. Hold on. I think I was still in man coverage. That's why you don't want to run this against man. It's a zone principle. So let me make sure we're in cover 2. All right, let me take him back up some. So let's go ahead and motion. I think I wasn't, man. I don't remember switching. Anyway, let's go ahead and motion him in. Put circle on the hitch. Now this is cover 2, keep in mind. So watch this. X is going to be open right there. And you see circle was open as well. So you'll have that open all day. And then 9 times out of 10, you'll have the in route open. Not in route, the flat route. Depending on what they're doing. So let me just see if I can show you right here. So you see they actually took it away for a second. So don't really throw that. You can try your luck with this. Not even gonna lie to you, because for some reason they make them go outside because it's a fade. You can try your luck. I'm not gonna say you can get that, but like you can try it. But honestly, that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for 1 or 2, and the user cannot use both of these. It's impossible because if they're using this guy, guess what? You can throw this all day. If they're using this guy, then guess what? You could throw this right here. You see what I'm saying? So either way, they're going to be wrong. And now I'll let you take a look at cover 3, and then we're going to go ahead and move on. Hop to the last formation that you got. So let's go back to stick, and let's go make sure we're in cover 3 here. All right, cover 3. Make sure we're in cover 3. Now let's go and show you what it look like. So you see right here, circle's not open. I think I had X. I got to go back and look at it. But that's normally what I like to do against cover 3. Just to kind of see something. So right here, I do need to see what was open, what wasn't open. Because the cover 3, you have to make that read. So you see right here, if it's cover 3, this is a deep safety I'm on, by the way. So you can throw that right there, or if you want, you can throw this out here, if you want, or you can low ball it right here. So keep in mind, like one of these two is going to be your user. So it's just a spacing concept. That's all it is, called a spacing, because you just want to throw it. You want to make the user have to decide quick. So if this was the user, then you would just lowball that. You see how that hook curl drifts off, and then he has to go out here to respect the flat. So that leaves this void. And then say like this is your user, right? So what do you have to do? If he tries to shoot on that, you'd be able to throw this. If he stays on this, you lowball that. So that's the way that you need to read that. I know I didn't make the correct read right there, but I was kind of trying to explain to you how you need to make your reads on this. So I do want to go ahead and hop into the last formation that we have on here, which is going to be this. Where's it at? Tray open offset right here. So for personnel, I like having my fastest receiver where DK Metcalf is, and then that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I like to do. So the plays that I'm going to be talking about, I'm not going to show. If they're in a 4-down lineman front, 3-down lineman front, make sure you run the ball. Run inside zone, try outside zones, try things like that. So now I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you this scheme right here. So let's do the same audible that they have right there. So we got motion Z-spot, motion inside cross, and then let me show you the last one, which is motion halfback swing. So let's just come out in the halfback swing, because I want to kind of show you when I like to call this and when I wouldn't call it. So let's go and go to cover 2. We got to move the ball too, because like I said, you want to have your trips on the wide side of the field. That's just a good rule of thumb, because a lot of your routes are going to be coming from either the short side to the wide side or things like that. It just works better, especially with this type of play. You want to have as much room. So one thing you need to notice, when can I run halfback swing? So you got to count. I have 2 defenders out there and I have 3 blockers. So that means I'll have a free blocker, which means 9 times out of 10, they could probably block the user, or it's just good to know your numbers. So I have the numbers advantage, so I want to throw this no matter what I'm throwing at. So you see right there, now I have a one-on-one with that safety. If you can make the safety miss, which is really easy in Madden 21, then a lot of times you can score off that just because you have the numbers. So let me kind of show you cover 3. Doesn't really matter as long as you have the numbers and as long as the blocks hold up. So throw it right here, and then look, we just get a little block right there, and you could potentially score. So what your opponent's going to have to start doing is either coming out in man, we're gonna have to do what's called man aligning. So now we don't have the number, so I wouldn't recommend running this. I'm gonna just show you once, because if somebody gets off their block, you see right there, you're probably not gonna gain much because everybody has one person to block. So if one person gets off the block, you're probably screwed, basically. So that's what I'm talking about that play now. The rest of these plays I'm talking about is gonna be for zone out of this scheme, because you want to run this when they start trying to run like zones and stuff like that. Because that's what I would recommend. Now, let's say they come out and just cover 2, right? So for cover 2, I like the inside cross. So what I like to do, I like to just take circle, put them on a streak if it's cover 2. So let me show you what happens. So most of them, now I can still throw a triangle if I want to, but watch X. So if you wait, you can throw it in that little window. He didn't catch it, but that window is going to be there every single time. So instead of going to replay, I'm just going to show you one more time. So let's go to cover 2. Let's go to inside cross right here. Okay, my stuff's wigging out. Hold on. All right, take circle, put them on a streak. That streak's going to push that safety back. So then that'll be what's opening up X. So you see right there, we'll be able to throw that right there, and then that's at least about 30, 35 yards that you'll gain. So if they're not spot dropping, you'll have that every time. You always have your running back in the flat too as well. Don't forget about that. Now let's talk about inside cross. But versus cover 3. So versus cover 3, I like to leave it stock, and I'll show you why in a second. Because I have circle right now, or I have R1. So I'm gonna go on replay and show you. Actually, I threw that a little bit too early. I was actually getting hollered at, so I went ahead and threw it. But I'm gonna show you what happens. I'm gonna show you what it looks like when you're not getting hollered at. So let's go back to inside cross. Did I click inside cross? Nope, of course not. I'm just gonna go down. I meant to click inside cross right there, but I'm gonna show you inside cross versus cover 3. Let's see, we got cover 3. All right, now let's go inside cross. And like I said, I like to run it stock with inside cross. So we'll have circle, or we'll have R1 if we get time. This line is ridiculous. Seahawks don't have a good offensive line. So I mean, I'm sure you already know that though. Let's see if we get some good. See if we can get a good pocket this time. So I want to show you R1, and then I'm gonna go into replay. It's open. I'm just gonna go into replay and show you, but I promise that throws there. They're just wreaking havoc on my offensive line for some reason. But anyways, let me show you this, and then we'll move on. So right here, you're gonna have this open 10 out of 10 times. You're gonna have this open. User's gonna have to come play this, but if the user plays this, you'll have this. You see what I'm saying? Now, what I was trying to show you is that this safety, for some reason, can't react to this. He doesn't come down. And look at all this open area field right here. This is where you throw the ball at, and a lot of times you can rack it and just make him miss, because he'll peel off, and then you'll be able to score. Now, I'm sorry I couldn't really show you, but I can't control EA block shedding. Like, just look at this dude. Like, dude, just throw him out the way. I can't control that, but it's open though. I promise. That's an easy throw to make, because what's going to happen is he's going to come down on this in route. That's why it gets that open. You see how he shoots down, and you'll be able to throw that in this area really, really easy. So that's why that's open. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on. Last play I do want to go over is going to be this motion Z spot. Now, I love this against cover 3 and cover 2. It works against both, but particularly cover 3. I'll go ahead and show you why though. So let's say we motion them right. So what's gonna happen? You're gonna have circle or triangle. You see both of them sit right there. Now 9 times out of 10, the user's gonna go to circle. So you'll be able to throw triangle and then just take your yards a lot of times. So let me kind of show you cover 2. It's gonna be the same read, honestly. So you can play around with this scheme if you want to. It's really good. Motion Z spot right here. So against cover 3, another thing you can do. Cover 2. You see how the cornerback kind of drops. Sometimes you can roll out the pocket and throw that, but I'm getting hollered at, so I want to kind of move on, because I'm actually getting kind of frustrated because I'm getting hollered at for no reason. I don't understand why, but yeah, that's a fun little scheme if you want to run that along with this same scheme that's in the same formation. So like I said, you kind of got like 2 schemes in one formation. So right here, I'm going to put FL dig, and I'm going to talk about P8 read. Those are the last two plays I want to talk about. No, it's not. I want to show you what they do in man. So this is why I didn't say anything about man, because it's one more play I almost forgot to mention. I apologize about that. So let's go to, where's it at? Why can't I find my formation? Tray open offset. Now, if they're coming out in man coverage and they're being ignorant, I love that wide corner. That's the play I pick, wide corner. So let's say they come out in cover 2 man, and it's just a nightmare for them, I promise. They will get out of it. You run this once, they'll get out of it. And then once they get out of man coverage, that's when you run that motion stuff. So if they're trying to play man to stop that motion stuff, come to this play. All right, so that's what I was trying to say. I should have began with this play, but this is why you have your best route runner or your speediest receiver, because this deep S look post, it will get past pretty much anything. It'll split those safeties in man. And this route right here, I'm on the wrong controller right now. No, I don't know why I'm moving. So this route right here is going to turn into an angle route, which will completely torch anybody covering. I don't care who he is. And this corner route is a man beating corner route. So what I like to do with him, I like to put him on a slant, and I like to put my outside receiver on a fade, so that way he can probably win out there. So now everything on the field beats man coverage. So let me show you. Watch DK Metcalf. So a lot of times you can get a good animation, and then look at that. You can throw that right in the middle and split the safety. I'm gonna show you that pass one more time, and then I'm gonna go ahead and move on. So let's go ahead and run it. So look at him. He beats press that time, and just, I mean, look, like that time he actually got the win. So that's why I like putting like my best receiver right there. So your best route runner, I would say, put right there if they're trying to play man coverage. So you have that route. Now let's go ahead and slant R1. So this will be the setup right here. So now let's look at triangle. So watch how triangle breaks them off, and then of course the rush things in the way. I'm gonna move that. Don't worry, I'm gonna show you that again, but I'm gonna move it. But that's just how consistent it is, that you can consistently do that. So let's put the rush things. Let's just put them on him. Maybe that'll be out the way. So like I said, I like the smart route X route too. Put R1 on the slant, and then we'll get to X in a second though. But watch triangle. Watch him just break them off. Like 9 times out of 10, he's just gonna break them off, and you'll be able to throw that. And like I said, make a dude miss such and such. Now, I do want to show you this other read with X. So, like I said, we're just going down the line because everything on here beats man. So, you want a smart route X. Take circle, put them on a streak or a fade, whichever one, and then slant R1. Now, I want you to watch X. Now, it's a sharp breaking corner route. You seen how sharp that was? A lot of times you can rack it or you can possession it. So, I'm not going to show that again, but it's a man-beating corner route. You just got to trust me because I want this video to go by a little faster. So, take R1, put them on the streak. Now, the slant, it's just a slant. You know, it's 50-50. I'm not going to sit there and lie to you. It's really just to get the user to go left, if you want me to be honest. But anyway, I'll show you the slant. I mean, I'm not going to show you the slant, but you know what, screw it. I'll show you. You see right there, Tyler Lockett does win. So, it's just a slant, you know. If they're on it, you know, if they're on it, don't throw it. It's just a bait route, but it does beat man. But that's what I love to do against man. So, if they want to come out man, you run that. And you run that till they're sick of it. Honestly, because every single thing beats man on the field, and it's so spaced out that they can't just sit up and try to guard everything with the user. So let's come on FL dig, and so I'm gonna be talking about zone. I'm not even talking about man because I just showed you what to do against man coverage. So with cover two, with any coverage you want to take DK Metcalf, motion them in, and I like to take R1. Wait, let me look at it for a second. I almost forgot. Yeah, I like to take R1, put them on the end route like this. So what you'll notice in cover two is that the mid read is going to completely leave X, and you'll be able to throw that easily. And they're playing cover two without a middle third. You're going to be able to score every time. Now, let me show you after they do put a middle third. Let's say they put Queen in the middle third, right? So let me move the rush icons. Now, let's say they motion them, put R1 on the end route. So what you're going to see happen is you have R1 right there, or if you wait, you have circle. Now, I got hollered at, but I hope you was able to see that you did have circle. Now, I do want to talk about cover three. So let's go to cover three. So with cover three, we just take a motion, do the same thing. Now with cover three, what you're going to notice is that you'll have this square route. Don't ask me why, don't ask me how, but it'll happen like that almost every single time. So that's cover three. I'm going to show you what other reads I like in cover three. You can always have the running back too. If they're not putting a hard flat, you can have that running back every time. Now in cover three, what you'll notice is that you'll have R1 right there too, and you'll have circle if you wait, but you have to wait because one of those is going to be the user, so you can't user everything. Now with PA read, I'm just going to tell you the setups I like putting circle on the end route. I like streaking my outside receiver. So now you got a nice little levels concept. Now you got a backside crosser. So watch that crosser. You want to pass lead that up. So you want to throw it. Like you want them to run and pass lead. I'll show you in a replay real quick, and then that'll be the video because it's the same thing versus cover one and cover. I mean, same thing as cover two and cover three. So it's the same exact read progression. You read this first. If that's not open, you can always read this first too if you want. So you can read this first, then you can come back and read this. It just depends on what the user's doing. This has to be user guarded. Unless they want to drop their zones at 5 or 0 yards, that has to be user guarded. And then you can have this, or you can wait and pass lead this up right here, and you'll be able to throw that for an easy game. But that's gonna be pretty much everything, bro. That's the ebook. Let me know if you love it, and appreciate you for purchasing the ebook.